Hi, this is Gordon Webster, and you're watching TDC Moncton.
Folks, I've got a fantabulous treat for you. I've got an artist that I've been following since he's started his career, but haven't really followed his shadow. He's astonished me here at the camp. By the way, we're at Swing Out, New Hampshire at Camp Wikasuta. And this man has the many-colored coat that you'd have for musical talent. He's the Mr. Miracle of the keys, and he's the wise man that has that little side of himself that actually makes things very, very special. He's Gordon Webster.
What a great introduction. Hey everybody.
Now Gordon, this is not your first foray to this particular venue, and from what I understand from the bio and everything else that you contain, you are mostly going to these venues. You cater to this audience, not specifically and only that, but mostly.
Well, we get a tremendous amount of inspiration out of playing for Lindy Hoppers. Mm-hmm. We also do some blues dancing events as well, and I play for traditional jazz events, and we do a jam session every Tuesday in New York at Mona's, and I'm kind of a freelancer in that scene, and I play modern jazz and traditional jazz and a bunch of different things. But the thing that really defines me at this moment in my career and my life is playing for Lindy Hoppers. I'm pretty much doing it every weekend. We love it. We travel around and we get so much energy off it. It's great. It's
true, folks. I am the first-hand witness to see this man actually feed off the energy that the dancers give, because he then starts switching the phrasing. But it's amazing how you actually interact with this. Now, Gordon, for the audience members that don't know you, you're originally from where?
I was born in Ottawa, Canada.
Oh, Canadian.
This is a Canadian interview, right?
Yes, it is.
New Brunswick. Yeah.
So you've been living in the States for how long now?
9 years.
9 years. Yeah. Well, I'm happy that we've got a Canadian actually feeding off the Lindy Hoppers.
That's great.
I understand that you have a new project coming down the pipes. From what your assistant told me, it's like maybe a week away from being pressed.
We're very, very close. Yeah, we just finished the mixing and mastering. And so it was recorded in January this year in Boston, and we had a Kickstarter campaign, and all these backers got behind it, and many of them were Lindy Hoppers, and so now this project has come to fruition, and it's being released at the Boston Lindy Exchange, which is called the Dirty Water Lindy Exchange.
Nice.
In Boston, not too far from here actually, in a few weeks, September 28th.
What's the title for the album?
The title of the album is Live at Boston Swing Central.
Now, did you actually study to be a blues or a jazz pianist?
I have a master's degree in jazz piano.
Oh, wow.
And jazz studies from the Manhattan School of Music.
Okay.
And before that, about 6 years before that, I took a bit of a break there. But 6 years before that, I graduated from the University of Toronto, where I got a bachelor in jazz performance.
Okay. So that means that and what actually brought you, well, apart from your childhood influences, I'm assuming that you probably had more blues in your blood or more jazz.
It's funny because it really just resonated with me. Who knows what's in your blood already? I'm sure I in a former life I was Oscar Peterson or Duke Ellington or something, I don't know, but because it just resonated with me amazingly. But I grew up in a classical musical household. My dad played in the National Arts Center Orchestra in Ottawa. He's a violist, and just retired actually this year, and played in the orchestra for 40 years or something. And my mother is a wonderful classical pianist, and she's an esteemed teacher of piano students in the Ottawa area. So there was always chamber music and stuff going on around me, and my brother's also a wonderful sax player and composer, arranger.
Oh, nice.
He lives in New York as well.
So musical family then.
Yeah, can't escape it. But I guess the question wasn't, am I going to be a musician? The question is like, what direction? And so what happened was, when I was 17, my brother gave me an Oscar Peterson record. He said, "Hey Gord, here, check this out. I think you like this, And boy, it changed my whole life. Like, it was amazing. I had heard a little bit of Oscar Peterson before. My dad had some records and stuff, but you know, most of my dad's he has like 2,000 records, and they're all classical, you know. So
Okay.
yeah, at least I'm sure.
Now, for us to find you, I know that you've got a website for yourself.
Yeah, www.gordonwebsterswings.com.
And also a Facebook page, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know that one off the top of my head.
No, but
If you Google me, I'm sure.
yeah, you'll find them all over the place. Your albums are available online through...
We have a couple different places, but if you Google me, you'll find there's one on CD Baby, I think, where they sell my albums, and you can buy it directly through my website as well.
Oh, there you go, folks.
And they're available on iTunes, I think. Some of them are.
Oh, nice. So, folks, the man, the myth, the legend, and he's well and fine to actually listen to. Fine is actually it's kind of an underpinning, because it's like saying that the Titanic was sunken by an ice cube instead of an iceberg. Gordon, thank you so very much for the time.
My pleasure.
And, well, we wish you the best of success with your new album.
Thank you.